Hello and welcome. Today's story carries a powerful lesson about fear, courage, and the dangers of avoiding problems. Many times in life, we worry about challenges so much that they begin to look larger than they really are. The more we avoid them, the stronger they seem to become. But what if the thing we fear most is not as frightening as we imagine? Stay with me until the end because this simple story from the forest may change the way you face difficulties in your own life. Near a beautiful forest filled with tall trees and flowing streams lived a kind hearted rabbit named Mohan. He was loved by every animal because he was always willing to help those in need. One morning, Mohan set out in search of food. After hours of wandering through the forest, he discovered something he hadn't seen in a long time: a fresh, juicy carrot. Excited beyond words, he carefully picked it up and decided to take it back to his burrow. As he walked home, he imagined how delicious it would taste. But in his excitement, he failed to notice a slippery patch near a stream. Suddenly, he lost his balance. Although he managed to save himself, the precious carrot slipped from his paws and floated away with the current. Disappointed and tired, Mohan slowly returned home, hoping at least to rest in the comfort of his burrow. As he approached his home, something felt wrong. The entrance seemed unusually dark and silent. Gathering his courage, Mohan called out, "Who's inside my burrow?" For a few moments, there was no response. Then a loud and terrifying voice echoed from within. "I am the ruler of this forest. I can defeat the strongest animals with ease." Mohan's heart pounded with fear. Convinced that a dangerous beast had taken over his home, he ran for help. Soon he met a wolf and explained the situation. The wolf confidently marched to the burrow, but the moment he heard the mysterious voice, his confidence vanished and he fled. A tiger came next, certain that no creature could frighten him. Yet he too ran away after hearing the booming warning. One after another, even the strongest animals became victims of their own fear without ever discovering who was actually inside. News of the mysterious creature spread throughout the forest. Soon a rhinoceros and even an elephant arrived to investigate. But just like the others, they became frightened by the powerful voice and hurried away. Mohan began to lose hope. If the strongest animals in the forest could do nothing, what chance did he have? Just then, a small frog hopped toward him. "Why don't I take a look?" the frog asked calmly. The gathered animals laughed. How could such a tiny creature succeed where wolves, tigers, rhinos, and elephants had failed? But the frog paid no attention to their doubts. He slowly approached the burrow and listened carefully. Instead of running away, he decided to move closer. The mysterious voice shouted another warning, but the frog stood firm. "If you're truly so powerful, come out and face me," he replied. A few moments later, something surprising happened. A tiny caterpillar slowly crawled out of the burrow. The animals stared in disbelief. The frightening voice that had terrified the entire forest belonged to a creature no bigger than a leaf. Because the burrow was deep and narrow, the caterpillar's voice had echoed and sounded much larger than it really was. Suddenly, everyone understood their mistake. Their fear had been created not by reality, but by imagination. The wolf, tiger, rhinoceros, and elephant had all assumed the worst without checking the facts. The little frog succeeded because he faced the problem instead of running from it. The lesson is simple yet powerful. Small problems become bigger when we ignore them, fear grows when we avoid it, and courage often reveals that our biggest worries are much smaller than they appear. If you enjoyed this story and found its message valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.